Here's a question. Do you want targets that make sounds like that for a cheap price, cheaper than tannerite? Well, I'm going to show you today on Pyro 5610. So today on Pyro 5610, I'm going to show you how to make explosive targets like that in the intro with just a bottle of Pepsi. Except I don't drink pop, so I just buy it so I can shoot it. I mean, I do drink pop, just not that much. Okay, so it's actually pretty simple. My friend Aaron, he's one of my coworkers as well, works in the ER with me, showed me a recipe on how to make exploding targets for your kids or for you cheaply and more safe than tannerite. Not that that's anything you need to know, but in case you wanted to. All you need, a pop bottle and a cap. You need like an actual pop bottle. You can't use water bottles because they don't hold up to the pressure. Then you go and get yourself a couple of these from the automotive section or automotive store. Get yourself a 5/16 drill. Take the bottle cap, and I found after I made a couple of these just to see if they worked before I put them on the channel. You drill from the inside, it just works better. So I'm gonna set this on the ground real quick so I don't drill into my leg, and drill a little hole here. Okay. Then what you want to do is you have this nice little drilled hole here. You want to kind of push out all this excess stuff that didn't come off when it drilled through. There we go. Just take these little pieces off like I said. So you have a nice 5/16 drill bit. Then you take one of these tire valves. Now the startup cost for me, it was $3 for 6 of these. It was, I think these were like $2 or $3 from Walmart for 2 of them. And I had a drill. And I bought a tire pump, which was 15 bucks. Because you need one with a gauge so you don't overinflate it. But if you have an air compressor or something like that, that'll work too. And then you feed it through like this, bottom, and then you grab those same needle nose pliers you used to clean it up with, grab a hold of it, and just give it a nice tug. I got the first one to feed through fine, and of course as soon as I turn on the camera now it won't go through. Oh, we're getting progress. There we go. And just grab a hold of that and push it through as far as you can. Like so. And there you have it. So then, if you want to, oh, another thing I found out while I was shooting this, when I shot that intro, I went and found the cap. Here's the cap from the old one. It's still perfectly fine. I did have to pull this out of it. It like seared it right off, but I just grabbed a pair of pliers and it untwisted it right away. So you just take one of these, screw it onto your bottle, and there you have it. And you just fill that full of air. Everything I read online last night said these 16-ounce bottles can take up to 120 psi, but basically what I read is don't go over 100. That one that I just shot was 70. I'm gonna pump this one up to 80, and I'm gonna add a little razzle dazzle to it because you can add a little bit of cornstarch, which again, 98 cents or something stupid like that from Walmart. The only thing with working with cornstarch is everything turns out white. My hands are covered in it, and so is this pump. But if you see here, it just attaches like a regular tire valve, and you can slowly inflate that. Now I'm getting a little resistance, so. Okay, so after multiple fights, multiple curse words off camera, I found out it wasn't the bottle, it was my pump. But I changed out the bottle. It doesn't have the cornstarch in it. Anywho, I'm so irritated. You fill the pump, you pump this up to about 80 PSI. And you'll hear it pop and crack. Another important thing too. When you're pumping it up, just in case of failure, make sure you're wearing these. Because I've heard they are very loud, which you can tell by when we shoot them how loud they are. If you're standing right next to it like I am, then you'll definitely hear it a lot louder. But like I said, these 16s should take around 100 PSI. I'm just gonna pump it up to 80 and call it a day. We're at 80 PSI. So then you just take this, pop this off. You're gonna lose a little bit of pressure. And you have a very solid bottle. The range, you take anything, and I mean anything. You can take a slingshot to it, you can take a bow to it. You can fire whatever you want at these things and they're still gonna make that loud report. And they fly pretty far. So I said earlier I used the 16-ounce Pepsi bottles. Now, things I read online, just a little tidbit, is Pepsi holds pressure better than Coke. Whether you'll be pushing it up that high or not, I don't know. But you can use any kind of bottle. Like I said, the Pepsi bottles work the best, but you can use any size, I should say. 2 liter, 1 liter, 16 ounce, 12 ounce, I don't know. They make those real small ones now. They're like 10 ounce or something like that. But right now, I've got the 9mm, and like I said, the best thing about these targets is they're just responsive and reactive, so you don't have to worry about shooting it with a rifle versus tannerite where you have to be 100 yards away and shooting it, because I'm maybe 20 feet away and I've got it perched. I have a bullet hole in that thing that I can perch it on. And then you see you get that little powder dust and everything. So I'm gonna go see if I can find that bottle cap and reuse it. So you saw the first one went flying. This one, however, has been used twice, and you can see it went through the cap completely. But once again, these are reusable. So I just pull it out. Just need another bottle cap to drill through, which I have one more, and I'll touch that one off for you. Okay, last bottle. Running out of daylight here. Got started a little bit late. You can see it right there. Just for reference, first gun I used in the intro was the 22. As soon as there's any kind of eruption, it just explodes because of the pressure behind it. Second one I used was my 9mm. The one you're going to hear now is my 5.56 pistol. I don't know if you could actually hear that over the gun, but I just love this thing. It is so much fun to shoot. Okay, now that I got that out of my system, you're really zoomed in on me right now. Let me just, whoop. Hi, I'm back. So, as you can see, fun, safe little target to shoot. I didn't have a slingshot or I would have brought it out, but I've seen people set them off with blowguns. Yes, they're that touchy. Any kind of puncture in that pressure system, poof. So, that's all for today's episode. Just wanted to show you something that I'm gonna start doing. Gonna get a better tire pump because this one is nice, light, and mobile, but it doesn't pump up worth a crap. It takes forever. So, gonna get a new tire pump for that. But for you know, $2 and then grab a drill bit, a 5/16 drill bit, you really can't beat that for responsive targets, especially if you're just having fun. I bet you Tyler and I will bring them out here sometime for, you know, accuracy shooting. That way you don't have to tell if you hit it or not. Just a fun little thing to shoot with, and you can even take it out if your kid has a BB gun and you want to see if it'll, you know, see how accurate you are with the BB gun or whatever, it'll touch off. So thank you so much for watching. Every single one of you. I love every single one of you, all 106 subscribers at the time of this video. Thank you very much. I couldn't have done it without you guys. I've been Pyro. Have yourself a wonderful day.